السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين. My topic today is formality in professionalism, effects and consequences. Although yesterday I didn't have much clarity on what needs to be spoken, but as we all discuss, without our knowledge we follow certain formalities. Sometimes it's professional, sometimes it's unprofessional. And when it is professional, there is effects which is positive, and rare cases it can be negative also. And as far as consequences are concerned, yes, as a scissor, it has its usage and misusage. Same way, some formalities which we call in the name of professionalism may be having negative impact also. So what's being professional? Being professional in your chosen field means much more than just having a degree, which we all have, sometimes double degree and PhD and PDF also some of us are trying for. It's much more than this business suit or the tie which I am wearing. It's much more than what we wear, the white and the turban over our heads. It's more to do with the way how we conduct ourselves, how we behave with our juniors, and how we treat our clients or customers or students. So that's what is much more than important. Having a qualification is something different, but having quality is what is required. Qualifications we all have, but what is a quality of a master graduate? When I remember recalling my days in MBA, I used to tell my friends, we are masters of business administration. What does master in business administration mean? After your MBA, you take a CV and go to a job, asking, can I get a job? And then fail in an interview after interview after interview. So, one of the formalities which is followed commonly, and we all do that, is appearing neat, right? Neat appearance is one of the things. A professional is a neat in appearance, pay attention to detail to help, ironed clothes, very neat without any dust, and look sharp and organized. Not only clothes, sometimes we have to comb our hairs also or gel it, and most of the time when we are covering our heads, still our turban needs to be of, not of a Sufi or mystic kind of thing, which is, we still have much more time to do that, but now it can be well organized. Second thing is a proper demeanor. Proper demeanor is in confidence, how you speak, how you behave, how you carry yourself. We feel that, we are incapable of something, and then we go and ask people, I'm sorry, I don't know this. People forced me, I came on stage. Don't come on stage. If we feel that we are incapable to do something, I myself feel that I am not able to do this work, I should not be doing that. If one of us feel this is not my work, find the profession which suits you better. So having a proper demeanor is very important. And now that the social media takes the mainstream, it's essential to have a professional demeanor even on social media. The kind of post what we make as a dice, it should be the quality of an ahsani with yamcom or PhD posting. It's not something, colorful, you find something, you paste something on your profile. No. When they see Mr. Mohammed Ashraf or Mohammed Hussein or somebody, they will, and you write an ahsani behind it, then you write a doctor or advocate in front of your name, people go and Google it. So, firstly, when we, attend an interview or meet a person, they take their laptops and they start browsing who this person is in front of me, how many degrees he holds, how many social media appearances he have, how many controversies he is having. So, having a professional demeanor is also important. Number 3, reliable. We should be reliable. People should be able to trust us. Amana should be there, right? And trusting with a responsibility and being accountable for what we do, what we say, what we act. And if there is a benchmark set, this is the kind of quality of delivery you should give, that should be met. We are having a stomach pain, don't come for work. If you are coming and doing half, you are spoiling the... Now there are some hundreds of people watching it and some hundreds sitting here. If I speak for 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes if I am wasting, without preparing well or without presenting well, I am wasting 500 minutes. 100 people's 5 minutes I am wasting. I am responsible for that. So be reliable for what you say, what you speak, what you do, how you behave, all these things. Number 4, being competent. What does being competent mean? You are an English teacher, be well versed in English. You are an Arabic teacher, be well versed in Arabic. You are a faqih, you are a fiqh teacher, you should be well versed. You should thoroughly refer, you should do your duty well. You are a Aqidah teacher, you should be doing that. You are a teacher teaching Quranic verses and translation or transliteration and tafsir and hadith, you should be expert in that. So that's being competent in your field. That's where knowledge is power comes. And then communicator. Our letters, our emails, our profiles, our brochures, our flyers, our website, our social media channels, that should be in particular standards and it should have a formal signature. Now the Taba footman, what we follow, there should be a proper editing, there should be a proper content, there should be a channel logo, everything should be there. When we communicate, it should be official. So these are the things and formalities which is expected from a professional. Then good telephone etiquettes, email etiquettes. We try to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello, thank you, excuse, please, dear, wherever it is possible to call dear. You don't call a dear a madam. Then poised. When we take a responsibility, be poised on that and maintain what we give in promise to particular audience, whether it can be students, customers, clients, or any other service takers from us. Then being ethical. Being ethical is more important. In professionalism, people or businesses teach everything, but when it comes to profit making, they are okay to follow the unethical practices. They are okay to give the bribes. Doctors are taking bribes to give the false certificates so that the employee gets some leaves, etc. And then lawyers, right? So being an ethical lawyer, being an ethical doctor, being an ethical engineer, being an ethical... I got an example of a building which has three floors and 4 engineers. The ground floor was designed by somebody else. The first floor was designed by somebody else. What happened? The formalities or the formal procedures to follow is to check who gives the best quotation. But in case of one single building, you don't hire 4 engineers. And what happened is, the second floor which was constructed was of thin beam and it could not accommodate another 1 floor which was possible to do if the first engineer was doing. So he was a little bit expensive in terms of the quality he delivered. To deliver quality, sometimes you need to spend some money. And so that's being ethically responsible also. And then organized. What needs to be done first? Prioritize, do it. Urgent and important, do it. Urgent and not important, it can come next. Not important but urgent. For example, you have to empty your stomach for a nature's call. You say, it's not important, but it's urgent, you should go. Otherwise, people sitting here will have the foul smell, right? Or the bench or the chair may be disturbed. And then being accountable for whatever responsibilities we take and whatever jobs we are entrusted with. Now, some consequences. These are the a positive side of following a formalities in professionalism. Now, if we take consequences of this, for example, the dress code, we say it is a uniform. We say it is a uniform dress code, but what we are doing is a corporate enslavery. Corporate enslavery. I am wearing this tie for somebody else, the suit for somebody else. Sometimes it's very hot, still I have to wear. Why? That is the formality, that is the standard of particular company where I work in. And the students, we say it is uniform, but in uniform, they have to wear it daily. They have to wash it daily. Somebody has 10, 15 dresses at the cupboard. They can wear it only on Sundays or holidays. So these, buy the expensive clothes and not use. And the uniforms are the most cheapest ones where you will buy. Right? That's one consequences. And for example, if you take in the case of cabin crew, a practicing believer, a girl, if she is wanting to do a career in flying, if she is passionate about flying, she have to wear these mini skirts. Maybe the socks will be there, but this formality, maybe it is an airline which is from Turkish airline, which may be Malaysian airline, which may be any other country, but still in the name of formalities, in professionalism, there can be a scene where the relationship is misused, the dress code is misused, and sometimes the person, angelic faces with beautiful, groomed dress, go and present well. And we have seen the politicians, mainly when they steal, they have very good chartered accountants behind them. They have very good lawyers behind them. So they hire all these people to do this in a very systematic and non-problematic way to them. And then another problem in following this formalities is hierarchy. If there is a problem, you should report to your immediate manager. He will report to senior manager. That will go to the vice president of the company. Then the CEO will know. By then the company will be in utter loss. And if somebody trespasses this hierarchy, there is a problem. How dare you do this without my information? Maybe he is absent. Company will run into a toss if the hierarchy is the only thing to be followed. For example, and then there is appointment. If there is faida in him, give appointment. Otherwise, don't give appointment. Then you never know who brings positive outcomes to you. You just look at which company they are coming from. Okay, let them submit their CV. Which company they are coming from, let them give the brochure. If they are wearing good dress, okay, come, enter my cabin. Otherwise, no, you just speak and send them off. These are the other consequences which are there. And then the benchmarking is fine. But the stress involved in it, human beings are treated like slaves. Worse than animals sometimes. You don't submit today, your job is lost. You don't do this, you don't go to home. You don't go for lunch. And then people are stressed, they start smoking, they start drinking. These are the another consequences of benchmarking or the formalities in professionalism, but which in turn results in stress and target based things. And then some companies, the formality is to shake hand and wish. You have to shake hand and wish. Sometimes you have to hug and wish, right? Even though some of us may like it, but there is a moral barrier wherein we have to prevent all these kind of activities. And then in the name of formality that can ruin or take your job away from your career. Then interviews and references. Reference is very important to get job. More than the quality of a person, they think, yes, this person suggested, maybe I can train him. Now, the real person who deserves the job, who deserves the quality because of the reference check, some companies make it mandatory to get a reference. So, two professional reference, if he is able to get it, he gets the job. Otherwise, even though he is deserving, he is denied from it. These are other consequences. And I hope I have done some justice to what I was entrusted with. And in business, professionalism is not a tactic. It is the value what we give to the customer, or it is the moral value what we give to the customer. Other professional behaviors are like managing the self, delivering excellent service, finding innovative solutions, embracing the change, using resources, providing direction, developing and ourselves and developing others, working with people and achieving the desired results. So these are some of the things which is expected. As far as the topic submission is concerned, I need some time because I misunderstood that as a topic presentation only. It was written in Malayalam, Prabandham. I read it very late. I apologize for that, and I hope this gives some sense. And inshallah, let's try based on these parameters how we can be professional in our field. The way we sit, the way we use our body language, the way we eye contact, the way we give response when the person is speaking, or the way we handle the food court, all other areas. There are some basic etiquettes and morals to be followed, which we can do very well, and inshallah may Allah help us to follow what we learn and practice in our lives. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.